Kevin.
Wow. What?
You get this only nowhere else but the Kevin is after that. Kevin, I'm not gonna lie.
Now look at this. A carved penguin. There it is.
Oh no. Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
It's so embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed.
Okay. The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back.
What?
Oh my God.
Wait, what's going on? What is happening?
What is going on? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the ball.
What is happening? Are they challenging it? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. Sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
Birdfish.
How about that?
Birdfish fans, stand up. We did it.
What can I say? What can I say?
I'm gonna switch us real fast. I've just realized we were on the wrong sides.
I tried to take the reins.
You know, Kevin, it's just one of those days. It's one of those days, sluggish, lethargic day from the Ravens. But they reclaimed first place in the AFC North, which, Kevin, if you told me they were going to claim it at some point, I would have been like, yeah, I don't know if they're going to win it, but I think they claim it at some point. I don't think when we start 1-5, I thought in the next 5 games. Definitely faster than anticipated, but another day of football in the books. Kevin, how we feeling?
Yeah, better than a loss, I'll tell you that. And at least this team isn't the Raiders. I mean, that's you make a guy the highest paid coordinator and he lasts essentially half the season. It's not great, but I mean, look, a win is a win, and I mean, there are certainly some concerning trends, but can't really complain too much when this team was 1-5. And then they go on a nice little 5-game win streak. So shout out to them for digging deep and, especially defensively and finding it within them to turn it around and get the job done.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's in the second half, obviously, things got better. They kind of played the way they should have the entire game, but it doesn't mean that it was the prettiest thing. You still saw a lot of room for improvement. I don't think anyone left that game feeling any better about the offensive line, especially the guard position. Lamar, I mean, Kevin, I'll just go right off the bat, rip the Band-Aid off. What are your thoughts? Like, you think he's playing hurt? Like, it doesn't look like, in my opinion, at least, the same confidence and agility and speed that we know Lamar Jackson to be.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely playing her right now. I mean, there's no question. And this was the first time I said it I did the Locked On Ravens watch along. I don't know if there's any specific moment you want to find this week, Zach, but there on the watch along, I said that this was the first game, like start to finish, where it was just so apparent that something was wrong. Where like the Cleveland game, you can kind of tell, but there are moments like, oh, okay, this is cool. But like this one, it was bad, and there are so many different factors that play into this. Like, Lamar wasn't good in this game, and we can say that and it'd be okay because he wasn't. There were throws that he missed. There was a throw to Isaiah Likely. The throw to Hopkins is interesting because the corner got just enough of Hopkins to kind of slow him down on the route, but it still was an overthrow. And Hopkins maybe could have extended for that ball, but the timing was just a little bit off there. But he's also being asked to play behind an impossible offensive line, and when you like you're dealing with hamstring, ankle, knee. I mean, you have to have something in your legs work here, like, and it's
Literally.
he's getting up gingerly, walking around gingerly, and even in the post game, he was very non-committal to the fact, like, he can't really call whether it's impacting him or whatever it is, which is usually speak for yes, it is impacting me, but you just don't want to admit it. So look, it is what it is, and it's tough. And look, I give Lamar a lot of credit for gutting it out. Like, he's beat up right now, and he's going out there doing his best, and it's just, it puts the Ravens start puts them in an impossible spot with him, because ideally, you'd like to just have him rest, like with Marlon, for example, right? He got the surgery on the finger. He was able to rest against the Browns and come back and force one of the plays of the game.
Yeah.
But, with Lamar, you can't really do that, and now you're in a stretch here with Cincinnati, who is not going to have T. Higgins in this game. Probably no Trey Hendrickson either. We'll see on him. I think their rookie linebacker, Brooks, I can't remember his first name for some reason, but he's probably not going to be available for this game either. So this is an opportunity, because look, the Bengals, Zach, are across the board or one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Scoring, rush, pass, points per drive, red zone, third down, everything. They're in the bottom 5. So this has to be your bounce back week. It was disappointing because last week there was the excuse of, oh, well, Cleveland just has an elite defense. Like that was, the Jets don't. I mean, they're a middling to poor unit in a lot of categories. So that was disappointing to me. But Lamar definitely banged up right now, and it's tough. And Laura, thank you for this comment. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Kevin,
Thank you.
You work hard. We're proud of you.
So do you. So do you.
I try, it's just another day in the life. But Kevin, yeah, I agree with you. It felt like that was the first game where I was watching really in Lamar's career where I was like, I think this injury is really hampering him, because we've seen him play through things before and you can tell in moments, but this was start to finish. You were like, something's off. Even the confidence at times, he was sailing throws, wasn't getting his feet set, felt like he was rushing at times. And then, let's call it is. The pass catchers didn't always hold up their end of the bargain as well. I mean, you have the Andrews drop touchdown. You have the Zay drops one on the numbers. There was multiple times you felt like maybe they could have gotten something more from the receiving group. But the fact of the matter is they weren't great offensively. And really, I mean, it shows you when Lamar's not on, the offense sputters as a whole. They don't have that, with this offensive line, it's hard to say, okay, Lamar's hurt. We're just going to put all the load on Derrick Henry. He's going to get 25 touches. He'll rush for 200 yards, and we'll go off into the sunset in a, big victory. They kind of had to feel it out. I mean, 3 points in the first half. I don't think anyone, I personally didn't see it coming. I was really kind of shocked by how bad they looked. I'm not going to say I was surprised in the first quarter, because it feels like they've been so bad in the first quarter, just getting out of the gate this entire year. But especially the offense through that entire first quarter, even on opportunities where you felt like they had momentum, defense got a big stop. They just couldn't go and carry it over and, continue to stack first downs. I mean, at one point, that both teams combined for 5 punts and 5 first downs over the course of, I think it's like the first quarter and a half. So neither team was doing great defensively. But before we get back, over to the offense and, just the game as a whole, let's talk about, yes, the Ravens offense didn't look great, but besides really just, one drive here and there, where the Jets got some big run after the catch. Yes, it's the Jets. It's not an impressive offensive unit, but for the most part, the defense, they had the timely turnover. They made plays. They got the Jets off the field. It felt like they were in a lot of second and third and longs. So what were your thoughts overall on just the defense, how they performed today?
Yeah, I thought the defense played pretty well for the most part. I mean, missed tackles still are an issue, and that's something they definitely need to clean up, where, they don't rank in like top teams in the league in that. And I actually said this on Locked On Ravens. Do you want to guess the 2 highest missed tackle teams in the league this year?
Oh,
the Steelers and the Bengals. It's actually flipped. It's the Bengals and the Steelers, but even still, you now have four games against those guys. But yeah, the defense to me, I thought was fine. Like, you know, they've carried the offense for these past couple of weeks. I've liked what we've seen from the pass rush. Draymond Jones getting in on the action. And again, for those that don't know, or maybe, I mean, I forgot about it till he got the second sack that actually was then downgraded to his first sack was only half a sack, but with 2 sacks and the Ravens making the playoffs, that 5th round pick the Ravens traded to Tennessee becomes a 4th rounder. So
yeah,
Draymond got 1.5 sacks in this game, so he's now half a sack away, and the Ravens making the playoffs. So, but that's what they brought him in for. I mean, they brought him in hoping that those incentives would hit and he would save their season, and certainly he has. He's won one-on-ones. I don't know if you saw the clip of him throwing the Jets' offensive lineman to the ground.
Yes,
just he's a dog, man. He has that dog mentality. My thing with the defense, though, is I'm decently worried about Kyle Hamilton. I know John Harbaugh didn't say it was a serious injury, but you have a short turnaround, and you know we know what this defense is like without Kyle Hamilton. It falls apart. So
yeah, if he is hurt in any capacity and cannot go this weekend or this Thursday, I mean, with the quick turnaround, yeah, like you said, you know, the Bengals, I doubt they have T. Higgins, but you get Jamar back. Joe Burrow's coming back.
He's definitely. Yeah. I doubted it. Hand up. I doubted it. I thought he wasn't going to play again. Now, do they have anything to play for? I don't think so. But
here's the thing: it's like it's now or never for them. Like that's why he is.
I mean, technically, if they win every single game, like literally every single, because they have 8 losses this year.
Yeah.
If they win every single game, maybe there's a shot that they can get in at 9-8. But the way the AFC is structured, there are so many teams fighting for those wild card spots. Yeah. I don't even think second place is going to get in. Like the Bengals would have to, probably sneak in as the 7th seed as the second AFC North team. But
yeah, and I'm trying to look right here. Where is? I mean, the playoff standings. Ravens 4th. It's nice. Kevin, I just gotta be honest. Sorry, I just pulled up the standings. It is just so good to see the Ravens back in the playoff bracket.
Oh, you know, it isn't. This is every year. Steelers go on their run early in the season, and then they just fall off. Chase Claypool really cursed that franchise.
Really, Buffalo's the 7 seed.
Yeah, because the tiebreaker, right? There's a 3-way tiebreaker. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, like, and then here's the thing. Buffalo and Pittsburgh play next week. Listen.
It's going to be a generational hate watch.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Like,
you got to root for the Bills. You got to root for the Bills.
But, man, would it be funny if the Bills just screw this up? Be so funny.
I don't want to tie because I hate tie, and I hate having to deal with ties when it comes to record.
Mm-hmm.
So like the Cowboys and Packers tying, like,
yeah, I mean that's really impacting because that Packers should be 8-3, and maybe they'd have, I don't know what the tiebreaker. They would have the tiebreaker. They'd be the 5 seed if they didn't tie. If that was a win instead of a tie right now. Not that I don't think it impacts the Cowboys. I don't think they're really going to be. I mean, if that would have turned into a win for them.
Do you know the wildest storyline that I've seen? And I don't know if you've seen this on your timeline. Cowboys fans hate CeeDee Lamb.
What? Is it because of Pickens now?
Kind of, but also it is a proud, maybe not so proud anymore, CeeDee Lamb fantasy dynasty owner. It's been rough this year.
Yeah, I know. Well, trust me, I know that. I needed 60 yards from.
Apparently, what I've seen is he needs to grow up and be better in clutch moments. I don't know enough about the Cowboys to like.
He did have that massive drop in the end zone.
Yeah, it lost me my fantasy matchup. Thank you very much,
dude. I'm not gonna lie. So I just actually had a fantasy matchup where going in, I was down or was up 28 points. No. I was up 34 points, and I was playing against Devontae and the Rams kicker. I won by 1.1 point.
Yeah, I lost my matchup last week because I made an unnecessary kicker change at 6 a.m, and I would have won my matchup by 3 if I didn't do it.
Oh, so, you know that's the worst.
But it goes against everything I believe in because I always am like, play your stars because I'd rather lose with my stars starting than bench the guy who can go off and then he goes off for like 30 points. And I'm just fair bear. And if he didn't get injured, I could have started him.
Kevin, it was one of those weeks. And I feel like it was one of those weeks in the end, like across the NFL.
I know. My team's just crippled. I mean,
I won in the Holy Shirts and Pants League, though.
Yeah, Terry McLaurin's been out like the whole year pretty much.
Actually, I guess I technically haven't yet. It's not a great matchup. Man, Jessica are going at it right now, but I have an 84% chance. 84% chance.
Jessica, you got to beat him for me. Don't let him win.
It really, Kevin, today was a weird day across the NFL. I feel like,
there was that moment in time where you thought the Bengals were going to upset the Patriots after the Geno Stone pick six.
I really thought they had it. I was like, oh, I knew it. I knew the whole time though. Did I not? Like Colts, there was no way they were losing, or the Chiefs, there was no way they were losing to the Colts.
Yeah, I legit thought the Chiefs were going to lose. I legit thought. I thought that was it. Yeah, I thought that was it. I thought the magic could run out.
Now, looking back, so I'm not going to lie, I had Chiefs -3.5, and I was like, okay, I can win. It's a win-win. Either the Chiefs win and I win my bet, or the Colts win and I knocks the Chiefs out. And then like the little one outcome that couldn't happen.
Well, isn't that a popular thing that people do? Is they bet against their team so that if they lose, they at least win.
Yeah,
something?
Emotional hedge bet.
Mm-hmm.
I've never bet against the Ravens, but I should. Actually, I was going to bet for the Ravens this week when they were down 7-0 because I was like
a live bet.
Yeah, I was like, I think they're going to come back and just find a way, because it was like, will they win by 3 or more? And I was like, yeah, they'll win by 3 or more. I didn't do it. I was too scared because they looked atrocious today. Nate Wiggins, that would have been starting off the game with a pick would have been.
Yeah, this team and dropping interceptions, man. I mean,
especially against bad teams. Gosh, but I mean, this Thursday is such a critical game now. With Lamar banged up, with Kyle banged up, you just have to escape. It doesn't have to be pretty. I mean, the Bengals, you can say what you want about their defense. If Burrow and Chase both going, well, Chase obviously will, but Burrow assuming like they can against, if this defense doesn't show up, I don't know if this offense, even against, like we've seen them against bad defenses, put up like 24. Like if this Bengals team suddenly gets hot and they're doing what they do and they put up 31, 34 points, I don't know if the Ravens can match that with how hobbled they are on offense right now.
Yeah, I mean, I just have no trust in the Bengals right now for this game on Thursday night. The defense is so awful. It's so awful. I think they needed to fire Zach Taylor last year, but I don't think they, because with Hendrickson not playing most likely. And if Burrow comes back, I just wonder how healthy he is. Like, truly. Like, I genuinely wonder. Like, is he rushing back? Is he fully ready? Like, is he only kind of ready, but he's going to try to gut it out? Like, I genuinely don't know the answer to that question. So, is he just going to be in the same boat Lamar is right now, playing hurt and not being himself? So, that's another question.
Yeah. And then it's going to be up. It's going to be up to the defense, I think. Again, they need to
I agree.
Find a way. And it's got guys like Draymond, like, have to have a big game from him. Kevin, are we ever going to see Carl Lawson?
Well, I mean, Chandler Martin only has one elevation. Omori only has one. I mean, the guys are going to run out of these things eventually, so it might have to be forced to.
But like, why? When he was signed, it was like seen as like a big deal. Like, oh, this is help for the pass.
Well, and
rush.
he had turned down other opportunities to play, to like find the right one, and he thought this was one. So.
And that's where, like, because that happened before Draymond, right? Or was that right after?
It was before.
I'm pretty sure it was before. So I'm wondering, did the trade for Draymond suddenly move that? Because
I thought it was both. I thought both were going to be factors.
So did I. And do we have a update on Tavius Robinson? how far out he is?
I don't think specifically, but I think Harbaugh said he was getting closer. So kind of vague.
Yeah, I remember earlier because that's kind of like once he's back, Carl Lawson definitely like because that's going to be a huge get. That's something no one's really talking about. Getting Tavius back, especially against the run, that's going to be really nice. I think.
Yeah, I agree. That'll help out. I mean, Ravens defense still gives up chunk plays. I mean, that Marlon literally again saved the game. Brees Hall was running all over him and would have probably scored a touchdown if he didn't force the ball out. So timely plays. The Ravens are a turnover machine. Turnover in 5 straight games, and coincidence they've won 5 games in a row. So
and it's timely. I mean, we were asking for timely turnovers. How about today you get the opportunity to. I guess I shouldn't say the opportunity because I would prefer you not have the Jets driving down, about to make it a 1-score game in the 4th.
Right.
But you were in the position where we were like, hey, you need a big turnover. You need to step up. And fruit punch. I mean, Marlon Humphrey, people say a lot, in coverage, it hasn't been his best at times, but he's a warrior, gets the procedure on his hand, comes out and makes, I guess you can literally the biggest defensive play of the day.
Yeah. Just crazy.
Well, yeah, so Kevin, before we start wrapping up, because it's gonna be a little shorter show tonight because we got to get out of here. Jordan Stout, greatest punter of all time.
What? Not a hot take.
Like, where did this come?
He's been awesome. He's been so good. This is contract year Stout, man. He's earning that. So the highest paid punter contract right now, or the highest punter contract right now, I think is 4 years, $16 million. So,
but okay, here's the thing: are the Ravens paying that?
They better. I don't want to go through having a bad punter. They have a lot of guys and Draymond's are free. I mean, if they want Draymond back, they're gonna have to pay him, and his price is going up too.
Yeah, I mean, price of bricks going up there, that's for sure.
Well, likely is playing in his way into not a great contract. And
yeah, what do you think's up? Do you think people are going to give him a pass because, like, okay, he came off injury and all?
I think it'll be both. I think people will, but they won't, because like that's it. It is because coming off the injury, the offense itself looks sluggish, and he had to play with Cooper Rush and Tyler Huntley for a couple games. So like, hasn't had a lot of time with Lamar.
Kevin, I'm going to do my moment.
They have a lot of guys, man. Linderbaum and Jones and.
Well, just talking about how sluggish they are, and it feels like they're not getting it. Have the Ravens ever won a Super Bowl when they weren't seen as in the middle of the season of like, this team can't win at all because they're so sluggish offensively?
They have, yeah. They love being the underdog.
They love being the underdog. That's
every time.
It would just it's so funny because this would be the funniest year for them to do it.
It'd be an all-time turnaround. It'd be all-time.
That would be. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that would be like you said, that would be all-time. Like, what the heck just went down?
I know. I didn't even know Baker got injured.
Who did?
Baker.
Oh, Baker. I don't know why you said Bader. And I was like, Harrison Bader? I was like,
no.
All right. I was like, that's a wild thing to bring up. Yeah, no, Baker, that game got super ugly after a while.
Yeah, how he's wearing a sling. Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, he came out in the second half. It was not. Ugh.
What happened?
You see Chip Kelly got fired?
I did. Yeah, that's why. Don't want to be the Raiders.
But here, like, are the Raiders back now? Like, that was the issue? That was the only issue. That was the only issue in the entire thing?
So many other issues. No.
So are we saying that was the only issue? I think that's what we're getting at.
Yeah. There's a long way to go for that team. Starting with probably not having your best corner be Kyu Blu Kelly.
Yeah. Remember his 2 interception game though?
He has the potential.
It sucks because that was when I was doing in 2022, I guess it was the 23 cycle. I was like hardcore into the draft, and like I was making mock draft videos every day for all 32 teams, all this.
Oh my god.
He was my pick to the Ravens in the 3rd round. I think we ended up getting him in the 5th, 4th, 5th,
Fifth.
maybe
Sounds right.
6th.
Yep. I think fifth.
Now I gotta check it. Fifth round, yeah, but that was mine because I had him picking JSN first round. Could have been magical. Could have had it all.
Crazy.
But Kevin, before we get out of here, any final thoughts on the day? Ravens are finally back in first place. It feels weird to say they got back in first before December. Didn't think that was going to happen when they sat there at 1-5, but here we are.
Crazy stuff, man. I mean,
Do we have to?
What?
Sorry, I'm looking to see. Do we have playoff percentages?
I'm sure they have them in ESPN.
Yeah, I was trying to. Ravens are current at 80% probability. Steelers down to 28. Texans have it 45. Where are the Chiefs 54? Possible. Do the Chargers play the how many more times do the Chargers play the Chiefs? Once?
Yeah, I think once.
I'm trying to see if there's a way for the Chiefs, Ravens, and Texans to all make it. Yes, I have a bet on that from preseason. I need the Chargers to really screw this up. Oh, they have Chargers aren't making the playoffs. I'm stamping it right now. Chargers aren't making the playoffs.
Who makes it? Kansas City, Buffalo, and Jacksonville?
I'll check Jacksonville in a second, but they got Vegas next week, win. Then they got Philly, Kansas City, Dallas, Houston, Denver. No chance. They win.
Although I will say they play Kansas City well.
Yeah, but it's at Kansas City after they lost to them week 1. They beat them week 1.
Yeah. Chiefs have a wide. Worthy's falling off a cliff this year.
Yeah. Jags are gonna make the playoffs because Jags definitely are making it. They have the Titans twice, the Jets. They have the
Jags
Colts.
are such a weird team.
They have the Colts twice and the Broncos, but then the other 3 games are the Titans twice and the Jets. So let's say they lose. I think they go 3-3, so that's gonna be 7 losses.
Maybe do you think do you think like Pittsburgh would make it if they don't win the division? They have Buffalo, Baltimore twice, and I don't know who else they have.
It might be the Texans. If the Texans can beat the Colts next week, it's good.
Maybe Texans. I honestly, with that defense and with Stroud coming back,
they have the Cardinals. They play the Colts twice, so that sucks. They play the Chargers, so obviously they have that. They can get that win, and then they play the Cardinals and Raiders. That should be 2 wins. They do play the Chiefs. I could see them winning against the Chiefs just because I don't think this Chiefs team is going to be able to keep up with that defense.
Yeah. I like the Texans pick.
That would be that defense is just so good.
Yeah.
Like I was saying my final point. At some point, I was watching the Texans just beat up on Josh Allen. Like whenever Josh would leave the pocket, they were just like, get back here, and like would actually catch him. I was like, wow, this is what a defense is supposed to look like. Like this is what sending 4 guys and still getting pressure immediately. Like it reminded me of the 23 defense in Baltimore. Made me shed a tear. But
beautiful.
Kevin, anything else?
No, I think that's it. Just got to gear up for Thanksgiving. and hopefully Lamar eats the turducken.
Yeah.
Or the turkey leg or whatever they give him.
Yeah, I think it's a turkey leg.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ravens back in first place as they beat the New York Jets 23-10 at home. Advance to 6-5. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't easy, but it was the Ravens, and they get the win. Back at it on Thursday. I'll be back for a post game show because you're gonna have all your night.
Oh yeah, that'll be something.
So, yeah, so we'll see you on Thursday. See you on Turkey Day, and we'll talk then for another edition of Kevin and Zach React.